Krillin screamed, "No! He did it! He destroyed Goku!" Piccolo clutched his chest in shock. Impossible! This isn't the Whis we know. The light dominated the horizon for what felt like an eternity, so intense it nearly shook the earth apart. Then it began to fade slowly as dust and light cleared away. Everyone froze in place, unable to comprehend what they were seeing. Goku was no longer standing before Whis, as they had thought. He had vanished completely from that spot, only to reappear behind Whis, standing firmly, his body calm, as though he had never moved at all. Meanwhile, Whis was still staring straight ahead. The truth was, his target had never been Goku. The true target was the royal creation, the very invention of the High Priest. The attack had been directed at that creation, who blocked it effortlessly, confident, a smile on his face, as though he had read the plan before it was even executed. No one could believe what they had just witnessed.
Gohan cried out in shock. What just happened? Was that on purpose? But the first mysterious one, the one guarding the friends, smiled faintly. That was a clever move. It wasn't meaningless, as you all thought. Whis just tested his true opponent, the one he sees as the real threat to Kakarot. But what he did wasn't merely to test that being. He also wanted to see how much Kakarot himself has changed. But how long will this farce continue? I want to put an end to this commotion myself. Whis stood before Goku, his back turned toward him, like a silent shield protecting him from everything. Across from them stood the High Priest's creation, who spoke mockingly. I do love surprises, but they lose their flavor when you are the one behind them, Whis. I've waited a long time, preparing for my true meeting with Goku. I wanted him to witness with his own eyes the fall of the hope he believed in, and now you arrive to ruin the show. But Whis didn't move, nor did he show any emotion. He simply raised his head slightly and spoke in a tone that blended coldness with sorrow. I care nothing for your shows or your nonsense. I am no longer the one who joined the angels in their tedious games. For 10 long years I've had one purpose, to understand who I am and what this system was meant to be. He paused for a moment, then looked up at the sky and said softly, but something has changed. New purposes have been born. A purpose for vengeance against those who caused her departure. Then, lowering his head toward his opponent, he added, and another purpose, to protect Goku, because Vados, before she left, placed her final wish within my heart. So consider my stand here a tribute to her spirit, and a promise fulfilled at last. Silence filled the air, until it shattered beneath an angry voice that thundered from above. One of Whis' brothers appeared, his expression severe, his voice cutting through the heavens. Enough, Whis. How dare you appear from the other side? You were cast out from among us, stripped of your royal rank, severed from the light. Then another brother spoke, his tone filled with disdain. You are nothing now. No king, no angel, no spirit. You died the day your title was taken. What remains of you is but an empty shell, wandering between light and nothingness. The other angels assembled, as though preparing to deliver a final judgment. But behind Whis, Goku stood in silence. Then, suddenly, his eyes widened in shock, as though something had pierced through his memory. He saw a vision, an old scene, Vados standing before him defending him against her brothers. And now that very moment was repeating itself before his eyes. A booming voice echoed from the ranks of the angels, its resonance shaking